What are the most common challenges we see for digital marketers working in large organizations with lots of employees? It's a lack of support from the leadership, a lack of collaboration across teams, and a lack of a well-implemented digital marketing strategy. My biggest tip for you for facing these really common challenges is to work with the leadership to receive more support, to ensure more collaboration across both internal and external teams, and to make sure the digital marketing strategy is properly embedded across the organization. This is Helen from Singlot, and welcome to Coffee Break Tips, the show where you will learn something new about marketing in the time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee. If you work as a digital marketer in a large organization, you probably know how difficult it is to have your voice heard about how important marketing is and to receive enough support and resources to get your job done. Today, I will go through some of the top challenges that we see our clients face and propose some solutions. This list is not exhaustive at all, as we know there's plenty more roadblocks to face and obviously plenty of things you can do, but that's for another video. The first challenge that many face is simply the lack of support from the leadership or the board. Sometimes leaders don't understand digital marketing, they don't believe it may work, or they simply don't choose to prioritize it. This could result in them not prioritizing budgets and employees for digital marketing. This can be really frustrating if you're on the receiving end, as you may end up with responsibilities that are unrelated to your actual job. And you may have no budgets or very little budgets to run the campaigns you want and obviously receive the results that you want. The lack of budgets may also mean you cannot use, for instance, external agencies. Another challenge can be that sometimes the pressure from the leadership to obtain certain result or to make a certain amount of money doesn't match the amount of resources they allocate to you, which means it's a really difficult job. My biggest tip to you is to work with the leadership to make them understand the importance of marketing to the whole organization. Use data and reports and insights to prove your point, such as showing your company's SEO rankings compared to their competitors. Feel free to use different softwares to gain insight or even order reports from external third parties. Many leaders will often change their minds when they see data that back up the arguments. Another challenge is often that teams may not be collaborating with each other, or everyone is kind of just working in silos. This often means just a lack of communication between, for instance, sales, customer support, and the marketing team. For instance, maybe customer support actually has valuable insight that could be really useful for marketing, but no one thinks of communicating it. It could be that external agencies are also not communicating with the right people, or there are no routines in place for sharing best practices and experiences. This is also very often the case with international organizations where one team in one country may have done something well, but they're not sharing the experience to the other teams. One solution could be to establish routines for providing feedback and also share results and experiences with the other teams. This could be done through a platform like Slack, for instance. This often requires everyone to have access to the same programs, including external partners that are often left out from this type of communication. It also requires a quite agile mindset where, for instance, developers should be able to quickly make changes on the website based on feedback from sales without having to wait for approval for weeks and weeks and weeks. If you're not really sure where to start with this, just pick up the phone and ask one of the other teams for a meeting, and that's a good starting point. The final challenge is a lack of a well-implemented digital marketing strategy. If you don't have a digital marketing strategy already, there's plenty of resources of where to look. I'd recommend having a look at the SOSTAC model, which is used in many digital marketing courses. Just do a quick search on Google and you will find it. If you do have a strategy, but it is hidden in a drawer somewhere, it's time to take it out and start implementing it. A good start is to implement the roadblockers that stopped the implementation in the first place. Chances are, by following the 2 steps we've already covered, you're quite far ahead. Another thing you can do is to start including the right and relevant people and not only make them responsible, but also highlight their contributions. Did you, for instance, receive feedback from the sales team that actually improved your purchase process? Make sure they're celebrated when the sales then do increase. Share reports and results with the relevant teams. Don't be afraid to train people as to why the strategy is relevant to them. I hope you liked this video. Feel free to check out our other videos if you haven't already. We have over 50 now if you want to learn more about digital marketing. Want to learn more? You can get a free 30-minute call with me by commenting below. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time.